What's going on? What's happening? All right, what's up? What's up? We are now. It's Monday, February the 26th, the year of 2024, approximately 8:39 p.m. And today you're gonna witness Marq's top 10 things women wish men would know about sex. Okay, so check it before we start. Here's the thing that I want you guys to realize is when I say Marqs. So basically, how it works is that I typically read articles or whatnot as far as what women or even men think. So at that time, what I do, I typically find like the women's or the man top 10 of whatever subject matter. So once I find the subject matter, usually there's a top 10. Then what I would do, I would at that time comprise the top 10 that I like. It's about what I like. Okay. If you have a top 10 you want to do, guess what? Come on in. Let's discuss them. All right. So the top 10 is some things that I liked. I thought that was very intriguing. Very interesting, and how would I say, a little bit of kinky too. You know, sometimes all right, a little kinky could be okay. All right, so here's what we're gonna do before I start. House cleaning. What I mean by house cleaning. All right, you know how I always start. Man, I feel kind of low today. You know how I always start, right? It's typically, this is not a podcast. This is a platform. Matter of fact, let me help you out. It's a streaming platform. Okay, streaming platform. There's a difference between streaming and podcasting. Streaming would be considered, straighten this out. Streaming would be considered something like what we're doing now, live, right? Lives. Podcasts would be more so pre-recorded. Actually, today I did a podcast, or a show, and it will be a podcast as well. That was the portion show. It was great. You know, we had like 3 other guys on there. We kind of talked about relationships or whatnot, and that will be airing soon. And I will actually put those clips out as well. Good conversation with some really cool cats. But streaming versus podcast. So podcast is typically something that you record and later to be distributed. Streaming is what we're doing now. So guess what? This is a platform stream. We're platform streaming tonight. Okay. And what we're going to do tonight, again, is going to be Marq's top 10 things women wish men would know about sex. All right. And guess what? I got a couple women to help me with this. Okay. Also, remember, whenever I have a show, what we're gonna this is an open platform, so basically anybody, you can just drop me an inbox, date night online, Instagram, my Facebook page is fine, wherever you want to. If you have a top 10 or something you want to do, just put it in my inbox. I'll research it and then I'll pick my top 10 and then I'll bring some people on to discuss. Or if you want to discuss as well, you can also come on as well, so you can do that too. So let's just stop all to the chat. I know you guys here for this top 10. But before I do that, let me go ahead and bring in one of my first guests. And you know what? This young lady, she's been on here several times. I'll have another young lady on as well. She's been on here several times. She actually also helped start, helped me start this particular platform. So I'm going to give her introduction. Coming to the ring at about 50 kilos. I don't want to say her weight because she's a woman, but we got Miss Kill. What's happening?
What's happening?
What's going on?
Nothing, how are you?
What's going on, Miss Kill? Hey, this is my top 10 buddy right here. And look, here's the thing. The first time I did one, she was like, hey, Marq, do another top 10. So guess what? She is the curator, right? She's the curator. She's the driving motivational force of why we're here today, right? It's the third one. Yeah. You're driving motivation because you thought about it. You say, hey, Marq, do another top 10. Thank you. I got you. You see, this is about the people. It's not about me. If you say you want me to do something, guess what? Let me know. I'll do it. It's about y'all. We learning. And about me too, because I want to learn some things too as well. All right. So she is a Marq's top 10 veteran, right? Veteran. And it looks like I have somebody else trying to drop in too. And guess what? I'm going to bring her in too. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give her time to sit down. I don't know what she doing in the background. I don't know what the hell she got, but I'm going to let y'all see. Well, guess what? It's she's coming into the ring at about 30 kilos. I don't know if that's correct or not. But guess what? It's Nurse Skills. Going to bring her back in. What's up, Nurse Skills? What's up? What's happening?
What's up?
Hey, hey, look, in the short time I've known Miss Skittles, she's actually came on. She supports the platform. She even tried to get some of her friends come on. Man, suckers. But it's all good. We all here. We out here, but you can always come back in. You know, anybody can come up, and so these two young ladies definitely. I reached out to them. They said, "Hey, yeah, of course we'd like to do them, especially this particular one." So guess what? For those who don't know you again, tell your name, starting with Miss Kim. Not to see that.
So you just said my name.
Nah, I said see that because Skittles was getting ready to go, and I had kind of put the brakes on. No. I did. All right. So go ahead, start. Sorry, Ms. Kim. Let them know where you're from, your status, and if you want to give your age, that's fine.
Is it on me?
Kim.
Who's it on?
Kim, it's me.
Kim.
It's Kim in Atlanta, originally from LA. 54 years old.
Kim, you 54 years old?
In a few months I will be, yep.
Happy
You practicing?
birthday.
You practicing?
I'm practicing, getting that number ready to come out.
But Kim, I'm surprised, Kim, because man, I thought I had you.
No, you don't.
I thought I had you. Right. I thought I had you. Well, it's okay. It's all good. You here now. Hey, go ahead, Miss Skills.
Hey guys, so I am Jessica Napier, also known as Skittles the Nurse. And I am here because this topic is really hot. And I also want to bring the educational side of it, safe.
She's a nurse. She's a nurse. She's a nurse. So you know what? See how it goes. She's a nurse. Okay, so look, check it. Right. So look, let's go ahead and get started because this is gonna be the fun part. Right. Now again, I'm gonna tell you. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, you true ladies that are tree. Hold on, let me look at y'all. Let me look at y'all again. You three ladies. Okay. Again, this list was comprised of an article. Actually, that article was Essence Magazine article I read, and it was talking about a group of women saying, what is it that we would like men to know about sex so they can get it right, right? So, guess what? We're in a tip to get it right tonight. So, guess what? The number one, sex and love aren't the same. Sex and love aren't the same. Go ahead.
I have a question.
Ahead. Okay,
Are
go
we
ahead.
starting from 10 being the least?
No.
One,
Okay, good. No. This is not. No, this is my top 10. No particular order. I did have a flow with them, but no. This is now no order. These are just some of the ones I like. Okay.
Okay.
So what about this first one? Sex and love aren't the same. Kim,
That's true.
tell me about that.
They're not. You can have sex without being in love.
Yeah.
You can have sex without being in love. Okay, go ahead, Ms. Skills. Go ahead.
I agree.
Your
I just want to say, it can definitely be a purely physical thing. Now, I think it's not an age thing when it comes to that. If you can handle that, I think it's a maturity thing. If you can really just do the physical act of having sex versus falling in love when it really wasn't even that. So, yeah, I get that one.
Men think it's emotional for us for some reason.
You don't think it is?
It can be, but most of the time, if we're in a state where we just need the physical like men, just at the same time.
Okay. And guess what? I won't give you too much pushback. I might have questions because this is a woman's thing. I'm gonna stay in a man's place. Sometimes I can do that. I don't want to ever feel like I know how you guys operate. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the wood. Right? I'm gonna put that on the wood. I am not in the space of telling women how they should feel. I may question it, and I may question you if it sounds peculiar, but definitely, for sure, I don't do that. But let me ask you a question real quick. Each one of y'all, real quick. What's the difference between, what's the definition of sex and what's the definition of love? Real quick, Kim.
Sex is physical, love is emotional.
There you go.
Okay,
Yeah.
what skills? Do you
I was gonna
anything
say
you want to add?
sex is physical. Love can be more intimate, more emotional, not necessarily a physical thing at all.
Right. Okay. All right. So let's go to number 2. So number 1, sex and love aren't the same. They are not all the same. Fellas, women want to let y'all know all women aren't the same. You can't do what you did for one to the other. Right? What do you think about that
True.
point, Skittles? What do you think about
True.
that point
Oh,
of they
definitely.
are not all the same?
We are not all the same. Everybody's body is different. If we want to go to the nitty gritty, the vagina is different, the setup, makeup. If you want to go to where what somebody may like in the bedroom, I might not like that. Don't do me rabbit style. So
Well, go ahead. Go ahead. Then she went out like she dropped the mic or something. But go ahead, why? That was perfect. Go ahead, Kim. Go ahead, Kim.
I have nothing to say on that. She said exactly everything. Nothing's the same. Don't treat us the same. What work for one don't work for the other one. Just yeah,
yeah,
stop doing that.
yeah.
Right.
Learn me. Learn what I
Mhm.
like.
Hey,
Take the cues.
so let me ask you a question. Is that case here? Learn what you like. Have you ever had an opportunity where you think you showed someone that, but then it's like you had to really almost pause and stop and try to get somebody into rhythm of what you wanted? Have you ever had that happen before? I don't know. Have you ever had to,
Yeah,
like, you have? So
yeah.
how did he take that?
It
Kim,
was
how
a
did he take
learning
that?
experience and a learning curve because he was used to women being a certain way, and that's what he was
Uh
attracted to. And when it came to me, I was totally opposite. So it was
huh.
like, yo, either you stop doing what you used to do, or I can walk away. It was like an ultimatum almost because I'm not them, and don't compare me to them.
What about what? Go ahead, Skid. You want to touch that real quick?
Yeah, same difference. You can
We
tell
can't hear.
somebody one time. Oh, you can't hear me? Can't hear me now?
Where you actually you kind of lagging a little bit. But go ahead, say that.
Oh,
Go ahead.
yeah, just piggybacking off of her as far as I can tell you once, I'll probably tell you twice in a different form. I get that. And then, yeah, I don't know. Third time I don't think it'll happen.
Okay, all right. So here's what I'm gonna do for me. Do me a quick favor. Me and Miss Kim gonna have a chit chat for a second. Log out and log back in for me, okay? So we can go ahead and
All
get
right.
you straight and tell you turn on your
Yeah.
apps off. All right,
Okay.
all right. So real quick. So for this one right here, right? They are all not this. They are meaning that when I say they, meaning that I didn't want to put it. We are not the same because I'm a guy, right? So,
I just wanted to make sure I
so
kind
what I
of guessed.
did, right? So I tried to put the finger like. So basically, let me go ahead and tell y'all a real quick story. So basically, when I started it, right, I started typing it, right. I said we are not all the same, and I was just like, hold on for a second, I had to tell Miss Skittles this story too. This is so hilarious. So look, I was telling her. So when I did the list and it said, they are all not the same. If you notice here, I said, sex and love aren't the same. So that's you'll see theys, right? And you're gonna see a lot of theys because when I started typing it up, I was like, we are not all the same. I was like, oh no, hold on. So basically, so basically what we're doing now is actually, I had to put it in that particular format to be like, hey fellas, I'm the investigator. I went in here and got the goods, and here's the report. This is what I'm doing. I'm the report guy. I'm taking this back out to the fellas, okay? So we can get it right. So we realize that they are not all the same. All right, so
You could have put
number
just all
three.
women are not the same.
That
It
too.
can it can it can make them feel safe.
What
That's
can
one
make
thing
us feel
about
safe?
sex.
What?
Okay, are we talking
What?
about sex? Hold on, time out. Hold on.
No.
See, hold on. Can we can I finish? I'm glad you said that, but hold on 1 second. 1 second. So you guys like that was a trigger, right? So, all right. So you asked me what, right? It
What can?
says, let I got
Oh,
you.
sorry. My bad. My
Knew
bad.
what men knew about sex, right? So when you're having sex, I don't know. This is how I interpret it. You tell me. That's why I liked it, right? I said is that when you're in the comforts of having a connection, right, between you and that person, when you're laying there, it makes you feel safe in their arms, right? It doesn't, and so you don't. So what you be rabbit? Excuse my language. You be. I mean, like when.
I mean, what do you, okay, so you
Help me
liked
out.
it. What makes you as a man think we would feel safe having sex in being in your arms while having sex? Is it because we just said it's not
Okay, if you're having
emotional?
sex, sex is considered an emotional connection, correct?
No, we just told you it wasn't. It
No, no.
can be
Excuse
with
me. It can be. Well, so in the case where it can be, wouldn't you think? In the case where it would be, wouldn't it think that you may feel a form of safety? I don't know. I'm just telling you what these women said. This ain't
Liz,
me.
you gotta go on this one because I'm
Okay, hold
not
on, hold
sure.
on. I'm actually gonna do this for you. See, here's the thing about me right now. I'm trying to find it, and I'm gonna share my screen with you on that, right?
To
And
see
then
where
we're
this
gonna
came from and who
hold
was
on, okay,
these
I'm gonna
women?
read it. Okay, hold on. It's from an Essence magazine,
Oh,
and it
Essence.
says it can make them feel safe. I see it up here somewhere. I swear I ain't make this up. Hold
I mean,
on.
I guess I could get the whole safety if it again
Okay, hold
it
on.
is someone you've formed a
Okay.
relationship with.
So this is the response for one of the girls that said this. Okay, hold on for a second. I'm gonna do this because I don't just want to be somebody who just be talking. You know how sometimes y'all be getting like people on here and they just be talking, right? So I am the type of person that's gonna actually go out. Again, this is another woman. It ain't me. All right. I'm just showing you what she said.
It's
All right.
not
Give me a
you.
second. Hello.
This ain't Mark's top 10, huh? It's the
No,
Essence
because
top
I'm not
10.
no damn woman. Right. Hold on for a second. And look, this is right here gonna be a loose conversation. I know all these people, oops, looking at us right now. You see that? What does that say? Can you see the bottom of that? It says what? Intimacy with the one you love provides you a safe place to be vulnerable.
Okay, with the one you love, yes.
They need to
Okay,
say
well, we talking
all
about
that.
okay, so hold on now. Okay, let's just say this is relationship based, right? We're not talking about no randoms, all right?
Oh,
Let's
all of
get it.
these?
Okay,
Let's
you
get
gotta
it.
make
Let's
that
get it. Yeah,
justification.
we're talking about relationship. We're talking about relationships, not situationships.
But I
We're
mean,
talking relationships. All right.
Because the
So in
thing
a
says
relationship,
facts.
okay. In
sex.
relationships,
Okay.
top
Okay.
10.
Well, guess what? Here's the caveat. In a relationship. Okay. So look, let me paint another picture. These are some of the things. If you're it, watch this, boy. It sounds right. This is some of the things, right? That if you're in a relationship, right, and your man is actually lacking in these particular areas and some things he may not know, now he knows it can make y'all feel safe, according to Tina from the Essence
Okay, in a
magazine.
relationship, yes. It's a
Okay,
security.
great. Okay, so let's keep it that way. Okay, let's keep it relationship. Hey, listen, we're not talking about. Let me tell you something. We're not talking about the time you was over at Chit Chats, right? We're not talking about the
Not
Chit Chat
chit
night
chat. Why
after
you
three
why you
o'clock.
shitting on
All
chit
right,
chat?
no Chit Chats, right? Okay, good. All right.
Hey,
I
clarification is
forgot.
always
Right.
needed.
Detail. Women are. I automatically thought this.
Communication.
Guess what? Watch this. Learning moment. Not even a learning moment. Hey, only my. All right. So guess what? I apologize for not being even more clear. You guys were talking about situationships, and I was talking about what?
Relationships.
Relationships. Committed
Thank you.
relationships, right? Monogamous, committed.
Or anybody that you may care for. right?
Okay.
Okay, you know what? The next one. Touch
Next.
them,
Yeah.
tease them. Touch
Oh,
them,
of course.
tease them.
Of course.
Okay, go. Okay, since you doing the
That's the
damn
foreplay.
She
the
got the
hula
song
dance
going in her
down there, what?
head.
Is that the
Right, go ahead,
foreplay?
go ahead. Tell us more about
Okay.
touch them, tease me.
Yes, you got to touch and tease first. Get it nice and marinated. Don't start just dry. Yeah. Foreplay. That's what I call it. Touch, tease,
What about
whisper.
what you think about that, Q?
Touch
What you think
tease,
about
yes. I ain't got nothing to
Yeah,
say. That's
and
exactly
it
what you need to do.
right. Would it be okay? So what's the definition of a tease? What is a tease? What is how does someone tease you?
There's a lot of different ways to tease. I mean,
I say, kid, what do
it it it, it could be. I'm trying to think of a good way to say it. It can be
Skittles? Hold on, that thought. Skittles got it. Go ahead. What is a tease? What is how do you
Whisper,
how does someone tease you?
blowing. Okay, whisper, blow breath, get some feathers.
Oh, feathers.
Maybe during the day, send some pictures, some jokes. Get it throughout the
get
day.
it started. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it to me. A tease or send a picture. What?
Okay, so that's a tease. So feathers blowing in. What? Okay, now the feather
The
thing. I ain't gonna
whispering in
lie.
the ear.
So tell me about this feather. So what? What?
What's funny?
What? Tell me about the feathers. Like I listen. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What the? You know what? We gotta talk about it. Maybe we might have a date night after dark one time. We all of us get in this little circle and be like,
I'll be
all right, we might
there.
do that date night after dark, and I might record. I'm not even gonna go live now. We just gonna hold on to that one.
I want to
All
be
right. Uh, okay. They're ovens, not microwaves.
there.
Men, they want y'all to know
Wow.
they are ovens and not
So
microwaves.
you gotta take that means you gotta take your time and don't go quick and fast.
Mhm.
Exactly. We not there's sometimes we gonna want the quick and fast, but most
Mm-hmm.
of the time we want it slow and easy and let it go. Let it just take its time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What you think
Agreed.
about that one? What you think about that
Agreed.
one, man?
Yeah, this
Okay,
ain't
so
no 10-second pop up. No. This
No.
okay,
ain't a
so
quick
look,
30 seconds.
right. So look, okay, this is how I interpret it. This is why I put this one on there. There are ovens and not microwaves. I was more so thinking of it like the foreplay part. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you guys like the build up, right? The whole thing, and not just just jumping in the bed and all that stuff. Like sometimes you may want to. That's how I interpret that too as well. Definitely can understand how what you guys were saying. Take your time. Is that what you're saying when you see something like that? The microwaves, not ovens.
Mhm. That's
Okay.
how I interpret it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good. That's why we're discussing it because I look at it from the angle or the standpoint of the foreplay leading up to sex or intimacy. Again, with a person you're in a relationship. This does not apply for situationships. Situationships are what they are. They're situationships is only for the situation so he can float your ship, okay? Whatever that may be.
Take off.
But you can take off, okay? So check it out. So we're gonna do this right here. Let's go back and review. Just in case for those who's late to church, okay? Some people they're gonna come in late to church. Some of these people that came into the stream, after the offering plate was passed. Sometimes
No.
sometimes people don't go I'm gonna wait till they do the offering and I'm gonna go ahead and get up in there right after the psalm before the preacher. So this is Mark's top 10 things women wish men knew about sex. All right, number one, real quick, sex and love aren't the same. Hey fellas, they want y'all to know sex and love is not the same. It's the difference between the two. All right, they are not all the same. Meaning that how you treat Jessica, you don't treat Walisha the same. They two different people. All right, so that's not gonna work. All right, so it can make them feel safe. So from the intimacy part, according to Tina from the book of Essence, as far as that feels safe, meaning that the intimacy part of it. Again, and not in situationships and relationships, that when there's a moment of sex, these women stated, not Marq. Again, these women stated,
Not Mark.
man, listen, I have to give disclaimers because, you know, all right, I'm not gonna forget about it. Okay, it can make them feel safe. Touch them, tease them. According to one young lady, you can get you some feathers, blowing some ears. That would be the tease. And what else? What's another one? You said another one that was good.
Oh,
What was the other tease?
send innuendos all day.
Say anyway. Okay, that's a teaser. Like when you get home, right? And then you gotta throw your panties out the window because they too messed up before you even get to the house. That's what you talking about? Okay.
Hey, that was
number
they
5.
understood.
They are not.
The
They are
assignment on
ovens. What's that now?
I said they understood the assignment on that. If that's the case,
Right. It was definitely a whole bunch of teasing. They are ovens and not microwaves. I interpret it as that women like to build for the people to pick and choose when, such as men, we also either want to lay it out real nice or just go right at it. But actually, the build up, I guess, or the foreplay is definitely a must in most of the occasions that you're with someone you're in a relationship. All right, so number 6, foreplay matters.
Goes with the other ones.
It matters, and you know what? You know what? I'm glad you said that. That's a good point because all of them are saying the same thing, typically different, right?
Yeah.
And that's important because we all interpret things differently, right? And if you notice, we're on number 6, but for each of those 6 that are similar, we've said different types of ideas, right? Mm-hmm. So this exercise is for us for men to realize like these are some of the things they are. And for what I've gathered through 1 through 6, one of the most important things, I got some good ones later on down the line. But for right now, we know that the first part, it looks like this is the first part right before there is intimacy intimacy at the time. And the most common thing that I hear them saying is that, there are some things that needs to happen before the sex actually goes down.
Exactly.
yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
In most cases, when you're in a relationship, I have to say that, I got to. Mm-hmm. All right. So, all right. Foreplay matters. Number 6. Number 7, taking off their clothes is a big deal. What y'all think about that? Ooh. Taking off their clothes is a big deal. That's what, again, this is what from the Book of Essence, right? From the Book of Essence. And these women stated that taking off their clothes is a big deal. Matter of fact, let me do this for you. Hold on for a second. You want to speak on that, Kim, right quick?
It's not to me. To me, it's not a big deal.
To you. What about you? What about you?
No. I mean, I like it. Lights on, lights off. Which one? But I do think where that come to play is if they're comfortable with themselves. That's what that sounds like to me. I mean,
okay, good point.
Why not? You're supposed to get naked to have sex. Mm-hmm. I mean, not all the time, but most of the time. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, here's the thing about that. Yeah, you do gotta get naked, but it does make you feel a certain kind of way when you naked. The man got his pants pulled down to his ankles. So yeah, that's a bad look. But look, so take it out. So listen, it says here. I had to read this one too. The ripping off my clothes as soon as we're alone is not always as sexy as men think. Yeah. Being naked makes a woman feel vulnerable, and if he's too pushy, it doesn't make her feel comfortable at all.
Agreed.
True.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's a good point. I'm gonna leave this right here because I keep deleting it out. But these are some of the things that that these women were saying. This actual article here. Hold on for a second. Can y'all see this right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. Let's do this. I'm gonna leave this here. Let's do this right here. Okay. So again, that was taking off their clothes is a big deal. So it seems to me, based upon that particular article, they were saying that sometimes it's good the anticipation. I guess it seems like the anticipation of what's getting ready to happen It's a big deal for a lot of for a lot of women. Instead of just 0 to 100, just the
Mm-hmm.
slow. It's appealing. It's appealing
It
like a
goes back
layer.
to the other one, like
Right.
the
Right.
one that says it doesn't have to be a race, the oven and the microwave.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to hurry up and take it off as the microwave, but that slow build up, that slow cooking is
Hmm.
it'll clothes are gonna come off whether you take them off or I take them off. It's gonna
Right.
come.
Right. But do you feel look? And the reason why, let me tell you why I picked that one too. Because I in my mind, right, just trying to understand that for my own sake. Is it for me? I looked at it as like taking the clothes off slowly. It's like the anticipation. It's almost like how like your favorite movie is doing a sequel, right?
Mm-hmm.
That would be the close, but you just can't wait to you know what I mean. You just the days kind of build to that movie to come out on that time. That's what it sounds like to me. That's why you know what I'm saying. That's why I picked that one because it again led. And we're gonna go somewhere with this. You'll see where I'm going once I'm done with it. But I can definitely see where that can be important in this case. So let me see.
Yeah.
No condoms, no complaining.
Wait,
No
what?
condoms,
Wait a
no
minute.
complaining.
Wait, is that saying don't strap up?
No condoms, no complaining. Do you know what that means?
That
How
means
about
you
this?
better have one, right?
Nah. Listen, this is what I got it. Okay, let me go back here. Let me
Whoa,
go
you might
here.
need to read the details on that one too, because
Oh,
that
oh,
sounds
oh
like
I am. I can tell
lifetime
when I
alphabet.
look.
But if you're
Look,
in a
here's the funny thing.
monogamous relationship, um,
Speak on it. Let me tell you what I
most
thought.
of
But
the
go
time
ahead.
you're not gonna have condoms. If your partner and you're monogamous and you trust, yeah, people, if you're not married, I mean, they're going to say, if you're not married, you should always have a condom because you never know what they're going to do. Married
Hmm.
people can do the same way, so it's not, if you're in a trusting and you trust each other and you know this is it, and yeah, I'm not going to complain if you don't wear a condom. That's how I'm
Okay.
taking it.
So go ahead. Excuse you. Go on, and I'm gonna tell you what I'm thinking, and I'm gonna let you see what they're thinking, which is so on point. Go ahead. Did
Okay.
you?
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Well,
What?
I was saying were there condoms or no condoms, but in a
No, no
monogamous
condom. Okay, I'm gonna read it again. No condoms, no complaining.
yeah.
Y'all,
Okay.
y'all don't. Yeah, okay.
That's
So
how
when I
I'm
saw,
interpreting it.
so when I saw it, it says no condoms, no complaining. The first thing I thought was whatever the consequences are when we do this is what it is, such as pregnancies. You can't complain about it if you ain't put one on. You see what I'm saying?
That goes
Whatever.
both ways, though.
Right. Right. No. Right. Right. It does, but we're so quick in some cases to be so ready to go an alternative route, right?
Right.
More so than a woman, right? So you can't complain if I decide to blah blah blah, whatever that blah 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 is. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't wear nothing. You can't complain about it.
Mm.
Yes, it's my fault, but I'm gonna own it, right? I'm gonna own it. But you can't say anything about it because you knew what was going on. That's how I interpret it. You see
I
what I'm
mean, that's
saying?
the truth.
Right, right. So let me do this. So this is what one of the young ladies stated. Oops. Ooh, what a condoms at?
He said, "Where the condoms
Where
at?"
the condoms at? Okay, hold on for a second. Where is it? It's not saying. Oh man, we got to come back to that one. We're gonna come back to that one because we're gonna touch on that one because we're almost done anyway. All right, so let's do this. All right, so number 9, stimulate the mind too.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Stimulate the mind too. Go
You
ahead.
gotta
How
first,
does
you gotta stroke
what's
my
that?
mind. You gotta stroke my mind before you can stroke anything else.
Yeah, right. Because y'all can go from 100 to 0 real quick to say the wrong thing, huh? Tell me, tell me what was the most ridiculous thing that a man like you have you ever been in a situation? I'm gonna form this question like this is on the fly. Have you ever been in a situation where you and I'm sure you probably have. You've been in a bar or wherever, and there was a guy, or even you talked to a guy, or not even talk to him. You saw him, he turns you on, and then he said something, right, and then it was over. As soon as he opened his mouth. Have you ever been in that situation before where you was ready to somebody just blew it?
Yeah.
What's this? Okay, can you tell me about the time?
Yeah.
That's what happened. Like, what was the most? Okay, what was the most dumbest stuff you ever heard? You like the guy? He just said something. You just like, you know what? That's it. Y'all got that many?
Off the fly, right? Like just
right.
Bypassing. Oh, you look so nice. Oh, and have a whole little good conversation. And then you always have to ask the question, are you involved or are you married? Well, I'm married, but it's okay. Blue, 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 blue.
Right. Did it ever happen to a guy you felt like was very attractive and was ready to kind of get to know him? You saw him before he walked up to you?
Yeah.
Or just, I'm talking about that. So that would be something. That, okay. And it just kind of dried you up. Right.
Like, ooh, that okay.
What about you, Kim? What's the most
About the
dumbest?
same thing.
Oh, what's that? What he said?
About the same thing. Meeting and you get to talking, conversation's great. And then that question, are you married? Is there single? Are you involved? Is there somebody that can claim you that you and they say, yep. Have a nice night.
All the same question for the same question.
Yep.
Right. Hey,
have a nice night.
Because I hear so many different stories. Like outside of this, I'm in a relationship or I'm married. Like I've heard different women say stuff like the guy just might have been said something because he's socially awkward. You know what I mean? Like he may say some awkward stuff. It's almost like you guys at the bar and he says, "Oh man, it's a nice clear coat of blue on the wall." You know what I'm saying?
But you can feel when somebody's socially awkward, and you can kind of work with that because
there you go. I
can be socially awkward in certain settings because I'm really a shy, quiet person. So
okay. Okay, so I'm glad you said this. So socially awkward from the standpoint of a man will be typically more so on the standpoint of that guy that walks up and his whole demeanor is kind of like weird, right? That little weird stuff, and he's kind of don't know how to hold a conversation, right? It's that one guy who probably is, has things in order, dressed well, very smart, educated in some cases, but just haven't had the reps or the practice of talking to women. Sometimes they can be socially awkward, as they would say. You know what I'm saying? So from that standpoint,
socially awkward,
huh?
You can work with somebody who's socially awkward.
Nah. I beg to differ.
Oh,
because it's a connection. It's a connect. You know what? You can work with a person. You know what? I'm sorry.
Let me work with.
Okay, let me pull back. No. I said you can. Listen, you can work to a standpoint, but you got to remember. And I'm glad you said that. Yes, and that's part of the nourishing part of you guys. But understand this: if you want to, that's fine. You can do what you do. There's no absolutes. Is it possible? Mm-hmm. But understand when someone is quote unquote socially awkward in the space of a relationship, sometimes they may not they may not know how to talk to women, right? They don't know how to approach women, right? It's a lot of that going on. I don't know, I hear that a lot, right? So understand that's got to be in you, but not on you, right? Some people just ain't. It's just like that, from what I hear and what I see. Yeah. Go ahead, Skittles. You want to say something?
I was gonna say, okay. So you know how we said this whole top 10 or whatever is based off of a committed relationship. At that point, it should not be no socially awkward nothing. Mm-hmm. At this point, so I wasn't
talking about. No. The socially awkward was this point that I was trying to give her an example of what socially awkward is. I'm not. It has nothing to do with that particular one. This still relationship. Okay. The still relationship. No, I was explaining to her what, from a man's perspective, what would be socially awkward, right? Those guys that don't have. it's amazing that you are like the only two ladies I've ever heard. Never, But I'm gonna say this. So stimulate the mind too. So when I say that is from when I understood it is that and this is me because remember if I'm the male and I hear this from women, that means I have to see what it looks like for me. So I would probably say stimulate the mind would be like me. I'm a history guy, right? I'm a history guy, right? And sometimes when women find things through my experience, they may find certain things I may bring up as far as being intriguing to them, right? Like if I talk about different things or whatnot. So that's stimulating that mind that allows them to want to spend more time. That's just how I viewed it, right? That makes them want to spend more time. When we spend more time, then we have sex and we have more sex after more stimulation of the mind. Okay, so that's how I took it. Let's
Yeah,
move on to
and that's the right way.
like so. Yeah, all right. That's how I looked at it. Again, this is what y'all saying, and I'm just you know trying to figure it out. So as a man, so clitoris is queen.
Hey.
Clitoris is queen.
But what if you don't know what to do with it? Then that's not your forte. You need to level up and learn something. If
Okay,
could
go
be a
ahead. You
situation.
don't
Let me
leave
see.
it. Don't leave me hanging like that. What are you
No, I
talking?
was gonna
Go
say
ahead, Mitch.
that could be a situation. If people aren't experienced in that, then anybody trying to just go down there and say do the figure eight, you're not doing anything. So it can
Oh, the
be the
figure
queen
eight.
if you know what you're doing.
Hold
If
on,
You
you're
let's go
gotta
back
not,
to
we
this
explain
just
the
gonna
figure.
figure
make you
eight.
mad.
Guess what? Hey, guess what? This is a good learning moment, right? So,
Everybody don't know what they're doing.
hold on, time out, time out.
Oh,
You
sorry.
are a nurse, right? So you can clinically let me know what the figure eight is. I may have probably seen it and didn't know what it was. So what is what is the figure eight, right? What is the figure eight? So I
Oh,
can determine. Hold on, watch this. Watch how I spin it for me. Show me this. What the not like physically. So what is the the figure eight? So I can make sure I understand and seen that before. What is that? Describe it by that. What's that?
I mean, if you want to do the figure eight or the alphabets with your tongue on the clit, yeah,
Okay. Figure eight. Okay, got it. That's the tongue.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
However,
Okay.
it still takes practice.
Right.
Oh
Right.
Yeah.
Jesus!
So that's why again this turning into what this is. Again, this is I need y'all to come on. I need y'all to, okay. So remember, you guys are telling women are telling men this like out of everything y'all doing, guess what? Clitoris is queen. Like that like
Take care of her.
so
You got everything else.
right. Okay. Okay, got it. Okay. All right, so this is one right here. This one right here. This next one. This is a bonus one. That was 10, but I had a bonus one in there. Okay. All right, this is fun. I
Okay.
was like, I got to put this one in there. They like orgasms too. Listen, again, remember, and I'm going to come
Yeah.
back. Listen, things women wish men knew about sex. And they wish, fellas, y'all knew about sex is that they like orgasms too.
Okay. That is the saddest thing for me to come across patients in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s that have never had an orgasm. I feel so sorry for them.
What? I'm sorry. What do you feel sorry for him?
Man, you have never had to experience that bliss in all these years, and people have children. How could you not be pleasured in such a way, or at this point from yourself? Like, I think people should explore themselves so they know what they like, and then introduce someone else.
Okay, so after how long would you say this is your own thing? I'm gonna ask both of y'all this. So if you're with a guy, you're in a relationship, right? And orgasms matter to you. How many times how? Because Kim said I like to wait with him. Now, how many times would you work with a dude who does not allow you to feel the bliss of an orgasm? What's the time? Like, is there
I
a
went a
time limit on
year.
that? Huh?
I went a year.
After a year, he hasn't.
I went a year.
What
Oh,
about? Look at her.
She's like, yeah, no.
did you
Huh?
did you have your me time with that? Oh,
All right,
looky
right,
here, look.
right. So
After
is there a clock in your head too, Skinner?
I'm like, oh, bless you, my child. Now I'm just damn. I think after a certain point, once I became comfortable, of course, with sex, because it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't like my parents condoned it. Of course not. Very religious. No, you're not doing any of that. So it wasn't like anybody ever talked to me about it. Maybe my older siblings, cousins, maybe, but even still, coming from that point of view. But guess who did teach me? Older guys. My older guy back then. So
Situationships.
no, it was a relationship.
Okay, I'm just
Yeah,
asking.
no, it was a
Hey, I'm just
relationship,
here.
but I mean, that came with its issues. So talk about monogamy. I was, other people weren't.
Mm-hmm.
But to say like once I got comfortable enough with me, say riding and taking the assertive lead, then I was much more able to climax easier. Once I got comfortable with myself. I mean, a partner can tell you a lot and can
Mm-hmm.
do a lot to get you there. But if you're not comfortable in it, then it is sometimes a something in your
The
mind
mental
that helps you
thing.
not relax all the way to be able to enjoy the moment. But I have learned in learning my own body
Mm-hmm.
during masturbation, right? I think we should. It made it easier once I got with a person. Yeah, because I knew what I
Mm-hmm.
liked. And then I could tell them and not feel bad about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
So
Can
that's
you want
one.
to speak on that about? Oh, you already told me you give a dude a year, but how do
I
you come?
gave one dude a year. Now the situation is different. Now, I'm not gonna say
What?
that's gonna happen every single time, but the
Mm-hmm.
relationship I'm in, he's more of a giver. So he wants to make sure I reach a few times or more before he reaches his one. But I'm gonna make sure he gets his.
Mm. Okay. You're equal opportunist.
Very much so.
Oh, that's good.
And
Yeah.
mad when
All
he don't. Yeah.
right. All right. So look real quick review for those who were late to church. Mark 10, Mark top 10 things uh, women wish men knew about sex. Sex and love aren't the same. Hey, fellas, it's not the same. They're not all the same. Each woman is an individual, right? Each woman is individual. What you did to whoever else, you can't do to the next. Okay, it can make them feel safe, based upon what one of the young ladies mentioned in the article. There's a level of intimacy which makes a man feels, excuse me, makes a woman feel safe during that time of intimacy. Touch them, tease them. Touch them, teasing. Basically, again, fellas, is basically stating women like to be, in this particular case, like to be touched, they like to be teased, they like to, that build up. Okay, they are ovens and not microwaves. Basically, you gotta warm them up. You gotta warm them up. I mean, in some cases, yeah, you might want to go ahead and put your microwave din in there, but for the most part, go ahead and slow cook it, dog.
Yeah.
Foreplay matters. I guess you gotta get them ready, get them seasoned. You know, make it taste like Lowry's. Uh, taking off all their clothes is a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a big deal to in this particular case. I guess it's the anticipation part. Um, no condoms, no complaining. Whatever the consequences are. Now I'm gonna go ahead and say this too, and I'm gonna blow the screen up for this. Now this one right here is definitely a fit for situationships and relationships. Let's say situationships is if you don't wear one, you're gonna have a baby or you're gonna have the what? what do you call it? Skittles. The what?
Lifetime alphabets.
The lifetime alphabet. So what are that? Some of the lifetime alphabets. What are some of the lifetime alphabets?
HPV, H
What's
E B, HIV, AID. We can go
Oh
on.
man.
Keep
So
all
so
that.
stay so stay at home and watch HBO. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. All right.
Exactly.
All right. Stimulate the mind. Stimulate the mind to stimulate the mind. It's not you gotta be able to sometimes stimulate the mind again, fellas, I would probably say. Be one one thing about women I realize is that you guys, you ladies definitely are very love information, like to be informed, right? So, and tell me if I'm wrong. This is my own. This is Mark, right? So sometimes you definitely like information, and sometimes things that are intriguing and things that you may not know is a turn on, from what I gathered. Okay, I just want to know. I'm not saying this is what it is. I'm not trying to tell y'all what y'all doing. Okay. All right. And the last clitoris is the queen. That's we don't even need to talk about that. Figure eight and stuff. All right. And the bonus, they like orgasms too. So basically, from what I'm actually hearing, don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. You got yours. Guess what? Let me get mine. From what I heard, right? So
Absolutely.
okay. So what is your take or your summation of that list? And again, concerning relationships, and what do you think it's really trying to imply, Kim?
This is pretty accurate if you're looking from a relationship standpoint. It's just remember what you like, we like too, basically.
Okay.
Like I always said, it's no double standard. It's
Right.
we kind of like the same thing. Just remember that.
Right. What about you, Miss Skittle?
Yeah.
What did you give me
Um,
your summation of that list from your ladies, not for Mark. Again, not for Mark.
from the ladies' standpoint,
Right. Not
I
mine.
think the list was okay. I do feel like some of them kind of was similar to each other, but again, you kind of got to say it in different ways. Look how many
Mhm.
apples it is. You get a lot of apples, you got a choice, but it's all the apple. So, summarizing it, yeah, quit is queen and get them juicy up. That's
Right.
it. And
Right.
back to the microwave one. A quickie can be decent if you already been doing this part, doing the
Right.
big picture and then have a quickie. I think that's
Right.
where that microwave can come in
Right.
sometimes.
Microwaves are great. Sometimes you on the run, you on the way out the door. You know what I'm saying? You gotta warm something up real quick. You
Oh,
know what I'm
in the
saying? But for the
morning
most
too.
part, right, for the most part, it just seems to me is that, especially with that one, and not just all of them. So I say that this is my take on it, right? So my take on it, this is what I gathered from being the man. None of those. The most common thing about all of them. First, you said they were similar, yes, but the most common thing was they were non-physical things outside of the clitoris, right? Meaning
Mhm.
that was the only thing physically you have to actually. That's the point when you actually have to have the actual touch, the physical touch of it, right? But it looks like those 10, yes, they were. It seems like there were a group of women that were saying these different things, but they were saying the same thing in the context of, from an inner side, let's have sex inwardly first. Let's have sex inwardly, meaning that connect me, get me started, get me moving, get me motivated. Understand this. Understand I need these things to get motivated before we even get there. Right.
Mm.
That's what I gathered for those
Mhm.
10.
Right, right. Because I do think if you've had a stressful day, it could go both ways. Sex can help the stress, or sex can become another stressor. And who wants that if all day you've
Mhm.
been fighting people? You're not coming home trying to smash and grab. That's not going to happen. Or it just might make one of the partners in that relationship a little more angry with that person. I would like to know because Now I'm gonna go back to when I was in a relationship, when I was married,
Mm-hmm.
and all these things that I'm saying, sex, the wonderfulness of it, but the stressors of life will make sex not wonderful. So again, yeah, tease me, yeah, lead me up to it, yeah, get me there. So when it is time to, even if it is a quickie, then we can get it accomplished. Not like I'm just doing it for that person. Not saying that you don't do it sometimes either, but
Mm-hmm.
set me up for it. Yeah.
Set you up for it, right? Basically, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's all in the setup, right? It's all in the setup. I'll definitely say that. So, all right, so that's about it. I mean, I just wanted to jump on and get on this line. It's been a long day, definitely for me, for real. But I definitely appreciate you ladies coming on. We will do more top tens. You guys can definitely at any time feel that you guys want to come up with it. I do top tens every Monday. Fridays are YouTube and chill. We done had some dope YouTube and chills, haven't we?
Oh yeah, yeah. I got.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Did you
having
catch
me
one of them?
again.
Did you catch one of them, Kim? Oh man, you got to catch it because the YouTube and chill definitely is another learning tool where like it's awareness. Like the one we did Friday was about the young lady that this guy, well, the guy met a young lady on YouTube and excuse me, I'm sorry, Facebook, and he meets her out, thinks he's getting ready to have sex, and then next thing you know, he gets killed, right? Robbed and killed, right? So it went through the whole interrogation of the young lady that was helped set up the guy, and it was definitely awareness piece. But I want to share one thing. We were talking about this real
Mhm.
quick, especially with their, with the ladies and also men. One of the things I was sharing with the ladies on that Friday is that, and I was explaining to them like women, all due respect, you guys when you're coming out into public, you guys aren't that aware of things around you, your surroundings, right? Because there's been so many times when I'm out, I see guys that will just walk up on women. Like, I could be at the grocery store, right? And you'll see a woman jump, right? Because she's not aware of what's going on around her. So, one of the things I share with the ladies on Friday is that when you're walking out of public places again, 360 east, north,
Mhm.
south, west, understanding what's around you before you walk out, get off that phone. Um,
Mhm.
Also, check the demeanor of someone that is approaching you.
Yep.
That's important. That's important. Make sure that you see what type of energy they may be giving off, if that makes sense, right? And also when you walk into your car, have your keys in your hand, right? Have your keys in the hand, and then also I share it with them. Try to find somewhere you can back your car up to, right, after a date, right? So just in case for whatever reason it goes whatever, it's a much easier movement for you to get in your car and pull off rather than get in your car, back up, turn right, cut it left, then go
Mhm.
drive, right? But
Yeah.
so those are some of the things I shared with the ladies on that one. I will have definitely another one. It's always a true crime one. It's always with something. It's gonna be based around a relationship. It's gonna also or something around dating. It's gonna be that, but it will be a true crime drama. YouTube and chill. It will be on Fridays. Those two I would definitely do. Other than that, I mean, you guys keep supporting. Also, like and share this. That's another thing. Real quick. The only way that I'm going to be able to continue to do this is to gain somewhat of some type of support. And the only support I ask is to like and share these videos. That's all I ask you to do. Doesn't cost you anything. If you enjoy the information, that's the only way I can keep it coming. And then if you don't like it, leave me a comment, and I may consider how you may want to do it. It's not about me. It's not my thing. It's you guys' thing. So I'm just moderating it. So other than that, anything you guys want to say or
Oh, thank you
No,
for having me again. I appreciate this. It's always a learning experience, and definitely get the information out there for people are aware. People don't know, and they need to be aware.
right, right. That's all I'm doing. I'm just doing awareness things, and awareness can be what you guys need, what we need, etc. Go ahead, Kim. You had something?
just the same thing. Thank you
The
for
same thing.
having me as always.
Okay,
I'm
yeah, man.
always
We've been
fun.
down. Right. We've been down. We've been down for a minute with this. Especially, it's almost a year. It'll be a year in about a few weeks. So,
Yeah.
just a
Oh,
year.
congratulations.
Yeah, in March 4th or something. I don't know.
You gonna have that year part? Damn, I'll be out of town. You gonna have that year little anniversary?
I don't know what I might do. Mm, I don't
Oh,
know. We'll see. We'll
Just make it
see.
on the weekend. That's all. Just make it on the
Like, cause
weekend.
a lot of people. Let me tell y'all something. This is not. Listen, I'm gonna explain something to you. This is like another job. I don't think people
Yeah.
realize that, right? It's like another job,
oh
right?
yeah.
Because it's usually gym, date night, things I have to do to support myself, and now March it'll be 3 a week. My goal is 12 a month. 12 the first month.
Ooh, that's a
That's
lot.
how I can get. I mean, I'm gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it because it's growing and it's time to move forward. And I hope that everybody continues to support. All right. So other than
Okay.
that, I appreciate you guys' time and thank you for watching Date Night.
Thank you.